Hi guys, and welcome back to another reaction here on Dedicated to Heart. Hi guys, and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction here on Dedicated to Art. I am your host, as usual, Kees, joined once again by Chris Doman to react to a match, Cinemaniacs and Franchise Force. Cinemaniacs are, well, the champ, William Bibbiani, and Matt Knost joins him. So ex-Horseman versus current Horseman. That's interesting. And then we have Ethan Erwin, who recently lost in a number one contender match against Graves. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
Bibbiani and Graves is one half of the current iteration of Team Box Office Breakdown, and
right.
Yes, and she and oh my goodness, Sean Gerber. Wow, that took me a second. They are a formidable force together, and I'd say it's actually more so her than him. So you pair her up with, like, Erwin is a known quantity, Knost, former team champion, Bibbs, current singles champion.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one odd man out here, and it's Sabina, but that's just because we haven't seen her enough.
No, that's true. Also, like, Erwin really has been taking the singles league by storm this year. That is singles, though. I'm interested to see what he does in teams. And yeah, Knost is once again one of those old washed-up men that should probably be out of the league, that is still trying to be... Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, wait.
This ain't an action match. You shut your fucking mouth.
I kid. No, but Knost has been around these leagues for a long time. Not that great in singles, but if he has the right teammate with John Roca, they can really be deadly. Now, I do think Bibbiani could be that good teammate. So I do think that Bibbs and Knost have the edge in this match because they're simply more well-rounded and a better team, I think. But you're rooting for the other team.
Well, now I'm again #controversial because actually on my bracket I officially do have Bibbs and Knost. However, if there is a chance for a huge upset, it's because of Erwin and Graves taking advantage of the one flaw in Cinemaniacs. These two despise each other.
Mm.
You know, that's
okay. To be fair, same happened with Riley and Ben. And
but to be fair, also, you know, Bibbs was part of the original Horsemen.
Yes.
The level of betrayal that he gave to Knost and Roca, that was unheard of in the Schmoedown. So, yeah, sure, Riley and Ben don't like each other, but, like, there's some genuine animosity between Knost and Bibbs. So, that's why you have to ask yourself, like, is it possible that they might lose because maybe they just don't show up to play?
Or they become arrogant and then lose. They just ignore their teammate. They're like, I'm good enough to carry this team. Stuff like that.
Exactly. And that's... if they make one too many mistakes like that, then, well... then Sabina and Ethan Erwin got this.
They may very well. Yes, this is definitely out of the matches so far, because the matches so far have been in favor of the favorite every single time. This is probably the one where I think the upset is the most possible out of all the matches so far. We actually got close with it with Who's the Boss last week. So we'll see how this goes. But let's just start this match. We're going to press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
All right.
Name the Disney film in which
I know this
John
question.
leads the title
Pinocchio.
to the sinful pleasure island.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And your winner, pitching a
Yeah, Erwin now holds the points record.
24, right?
24.
We talked
Yeah.
about something before. We talked
Against
about
Von
the
Harris.
outlaw. We talked about Knost. I want to ask you to be number 3 on our team, and we'll get a 4th. We're talking about the Four Horsemen movie trivia. Are you in or are you
Seriously,
out?
this is 2 years
I
ago.
have no idea what you're talking about, but yes.
Yes?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Bibbiani was touted as the next great thing. A lot of people looked at him as a future champ. There was a lot of hype, but then he lost to JT, but he bounced back with a bit of a TKO.
Oh,
over
that
Dewberry,
match.
And then he challenged Christian. In what 80s war film does Bruce Willis play
Oh,
an
that
emotionally
match,
battered
Jesus.
Vietnam War
We're gonna
vet?
eat your face,
Before the
Billy
line?
Bibbs.
And
Oh my God. That face every time.
Yeah.
the commissioner, Christian.
I am sick and tired of your so-called leadership, your condescending pep talks, your attempts to give me training. Look at you guys. You guys were the Mac and me of movie trivia.
We got a little surprise for you. We got someone coming in that's gonna compliment his skills.
Oh, it's Whitney Seibold. I know Whitney.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Whitney Seibold.
It is my goal that by the end of the year, at the Schmoedown Spectacular, I will be the very first person in the Schmoedown to have both belts, team and singles. simultaneously.
Oh,
Yeah, that didn't work.
Your winner.
how ironic.
New movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, William the Beast Bibbiani.
Ultimate Schmoedown Team Tournament 2018. The theme is anarchy. We're going to take competitors' names from a hat, draw them at random, and pair them up. Mighty Matt Knost. And let's see. Ooh, William Bibbiani.
Oh boy.
Matt Knost has had some bad luck in this league. He's had some 5-pointers that I don't even think Chris Kaliski, who wrote the question, knew the answer to. We're going to find out today what kind of luck Knost runs into, because when Knost is on fire, it's hard to beat him.
All right, the Four Horsemen. We are back. We're gonna take the singles. We're gonna take team. We're gonna take inner geekdom. We're gonna invent titles.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Mighty Matt Knost.
Ethan Erwin. He has had amazing matches. He started off beating Yolanda Machado, and then his second match was a masterpiece in his win against Professor Lon Harris. What a match that was. And then he took out the Godfather, Sam Levine's former partner, and now here he is, Mark Andraco.
Richard and Steven?
Ah, that broke my heart. One day, Michael John.
Ethan Erwin, who was supposed to be with Janine the Machine, is now going to be with Sabina Graves.
Bibbiani is the beast. We go back as colleagues. We want to go ahead and
Oh,
show
superhero
that
news.
Show up
Oh,
for,
that's right. Superhero
fights even
news.
against some of like the heavyweights.
Yes, people sometimes we make mistakes. At least he knew that it was Sean Gerber.
Yes. Here we go.
There we go again.
I do like that graphic. Well done, Brian Ward.
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. It is anarchy time. The tournament continues. I'm Christian Harloff, and that's Ken Naps.
You damn well better be sure that's me. I'm happy to be here for this, well, chaos.
Yeah.
You have created chaos. Kalinowski's created chaos.
had
A lot
nothing
of
to do with
people created chaos. And to quote Michael Keaton from the great comedy Dream Team, chaos is great. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, chaos will ensue here, and not only for just the fact of all these teams, these random teams, we've already seen it paired together. People we thought, wow, that'd be amazing if they were a team, or I don't know if that team will work, and it shows that they will. We have something going down here today. We have the franchise force against the Cinemaniacs. Now, who is that, you say? Well, the franchise force, that is Sabina Graves, part of Superhero.
Now I'm just making this to declare, if you two, Bibbiani and Knost, do not come out to the Animaniacs theme song, I will shun you both on Twitter.
free-for-all.
I will do it.
One of the people that she went up against was
I'll join him.
Erwin. Ethan Big Time Erwin is right up there with Mark Konopik as potential Rookie of the Year this year. He got himself that close to getting a title shot going in. He had Mark Andreyko beat. Mark Andreyko had a great comeback, took it, but Ethan is a force to be reckoned with. Teamed with Sabina, that's a good team.
Look, Sabina and Ethan they're lights in a dark world to me. These are nice competitors who come in here, have some fun. They don't got an evil side to them like me. I really think this is where the tournament succeeds, putting things together that you didn't think would go together, like vodka and peach juice. I wouldn't know it until I tried it. Now here we're at.
Well, let's talk about oil and vinegar, because we've got the Cinemaniacs here with the manager of this team. Because, by the way, the manager of the franchise force is Jay Washington. Jay Washington was actually allowed to manage 2 teams here because of the split that happened, and he managed the team with Janine, and now he manages the team with Ethan. He'll be here a little later on, but he will be here. And then we have the Cinemaniacs managed by the manager of the current team champions, the Shire Wolves, Emma Fife, who is a shoo-in, you'd have to say, for manager of the year so far.
I mean, absolutely. Next year will be me, of course, but this year Emma is just dominating with her stables going around. But this is where, again, the tournament creates some stuff. We got vodka peach juice. That tastes good, but now we got maybe a quesadilla and a taco and a donut. I don't know what goes together. I don't know until you get it on the plate. And I am so curious to see.
And now I'm hungry. Damn it, Ken.
These 3 personalities.
I've been hungry since the beginning of this.
The former team champion, part of the legendary team Top 10 and the Horsemen. He is paired with his former stablemate of the current champion himself, William the Beast Bibbiani. They're matched back up. They are a team, and I'm already hearing behind the scenes, these two do not see eye to eye at all.
I can't imagine that they would, but maybe they could be motivated by the drive, the push for victory. You know, Bibbiani is big with the entrances. Matt Knost, he shows up here. Like, it's just one of those kind of things.
It's a great question, though, too, because Bibbiani is known for the entrances.
Yeah.
Can he get Knost on board to do these big theatrical entrances? Because it was never really Top 10's thing. Roca was the theatrical one. He'd come out, he'd do his thing, and then Knost would just come in and play. Can Bibbiani make Knost that theatrical guy? We're going to find out. But we're also going to find out what they have to say about each other. Here we go.
This will be great. Here we go.
Hey, this is Ethan.
This is Sabina.
We are
the franchise force.
Okay, here we are. It is the Anarchy tournament, and we've got a great team here.
Already
this is
feel
the
the tension.
Cinemaniacs. It's a team I never thought would be together, but I like our chances. We've got Matt Knost, who is a former team champion, and William Bibbiani, who is the current singles champion. So, yeah, things are looking good. I'm really excited. This is going to be a good time. You know, Sabina, Ethan, you guys are great competitors, but you just haven't been in the game for as long. Neither of you have ever held a title, so what do you know? I really think we got a very good shot at this. Yeah, guys, how you
Here we go.
feeling?
Yeah. I'm super excited to participate in this tournament. It's the biggest team match I've ever been involved in.
Same.
And it's cool, and I'm excited that Sabina and I are going to be working together on this. You know, we shared a table at the free for all. She's super smart. I think there's a lot that she knows that I don't. Hopefully, I know some things that she doesn't. We'll really complement each other.
It is odd that we're here. I know the horse persons just want me back as hard as they can right now, and I guess this is the best that they can do. But this is okay.
Pretty sure we voted.
Control your giggles, Chris.
No hands went up, you know?
Yeah, no.
They're like, who wants Bibbs back? And everybody was like, well, I missed the question. Was there another question you were supposed to ask?
Yeah, I definitely think that we could pull this upset, honestly. I think we could take advantage of that possible friction. Ethan and I, we've hung out at the free-for-all, even backstage at the live event, and started to get to know each other and answering questions backstage and seeing where we both kind of stood as far as our strengths and weaknesses.
I couldn't even get you on Twitter to try to come up with a team name. Do you have any idea how many team names we went through?
No.
Any idea how many names?
No. There is no we in that. You had a 12-sided argument in your head over team names, and it was like, hey, what about this? 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 What about this?
And you just said yes or suggested other names.
By the time we logged onto Twitter, you had already struck down the previous 50 and be like, here are the new options, and be like, I didn't see the old options.
Bibbiani, Knost, here's what's going to happen today. We are going to take you down. Then we're going to keep going after that. This is just day one, guys.
We're coming for you.
It was like reading Tolstoy. It's going through this.
What do you have against reading, Matt?
I have a problem with certain Russian authors from 200 years ago that just take forever to get to the goddamn point. It's like reading the worst of Hemingway. I opened the car door and the wind was
Tolstoy and Hemingway. No, we're done.
Woohoo!
Welcome to the Cinemaniacs. We hope you enjoy.
Yeah, okay. I'm enjoying it, but not for the reasons that you want me to enjoy it.
We're on the same page here.
Like I said, if they lose, that's the only reason
Saying,
why.
hey, we're ready to play, and it just ends in a full-out argument for 2.5 minutes.
Oh, man.
Chris's mom makes another cameo.
That's what I would expect.
Yeah.
I got no words for that.
You got to assume that gives Franchise Force a little bit of an up here, but we're going to find out. Ken, give me the tail of the tape between these two teams.
Tail of the
Tail
tape.
of the
Franchise
tape.
Force, Sabina and Ethan. Well, we know they're good with superhero movies. That's a speciality of Sabina. Ethan, I'm going to say new releases.
I thought she was going to say that
Sith
Sith Lords were a speciality.
A lot of new releases might come from his brain. So Cinemaniacs on the other side, their strengths include, I think they're very well-rounded with Oscar movies, directors. You wonder if Westerns has kind of fallen into Knost's brain by proxy, and they're also good at, screaming at each other.
Not really, though, because he'll even tell himself, like, between the two of them, Roka's the big Westerns fan.
For the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
3 rounds to a finish,
First,
as Ken would say.
Yes!
their Schmoedown
Yes!
debut. He is Ethan Big Time Early
Best
and Sabina,
ever
the Great
for
Graves team
for anything ever.
Force. Out to two skinny J's. I like that. I like that. Two skinny J's. Can't deny the Force, Ken. Can't deny it.
You cannot deny the Force.
Yeah. Ethan Erwin kind of cool, calm, and collected. Both of these guys, for rookies, seem like they've been playing for a while here.
Yeah, absolutely. That term rookie, it doesn't necessarily apply to, their level of experience.
No, we're going to find out. Here we go. This is either going to be something special or an absolute train wreck.
And their opponents,
Uh-oh.
led to the ring by their manager, the Golden Mike, Emma Fife. He is the former team champion, Mighty Matt Knost, and the reigning Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world.
Where's my Cinemaniacs theme song?
The Beast Bibbiani, Team Cinemaniacs. Oh, there they go. Wait, look at this. Emma.
Guys.
They got the dance at least.
No costume. I think Knost's sneakers are color coordinated.
Those are great taste in sneakers.
Those Vips, you gotta get some tweets.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, you're gonna get some tweets.
Over in Paris writing his novel.
Is he showing that to Ethan? Oh, he's putting that in Ethan's face.
That's very pretty.
It's very shiny.
I'm going to have
And Emma Fife looking like she was being held hostage by Bibbiani there, but she did a good job.
Emma's a pro.
Yeah,
Emma's a
she's
pro,
a pro.
but she ran
All right.
the set as fast as she
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
she's,
dude,
currently
listen,
the
you're gonna get 5 today. All right?
All right.
I doubt it.
So the
You're
teams
gonna get
have
5
made
today.
it.
We'll
Bibbiani does
see.
not eat
I believe in
whatever
you.
You just keep up your perfect streak.
Oh, sure. Now, no pressure towards me at all.
We are now going to read the rules here, and here are the rules.
Hey, the
Rule
last
number one,
few
the competitors
That's
are gonna
true.
get 8
I
questions that they're gonna write
genuinely
on the
didn't
whiteboard.
think I was gonna get that.
1 point
So.
apiece, 15 seconds to answer the question. Don't forget about your JTE
Let's
rules.
find
Don't forget
out.
about your challenge rule. If you need any further explanation, let us know here at the desk.
My average
But
is 4.
without any,
5 bad
further
days 2.
questions here,
5 good days
Team
6.
Cinemaniacs, are you guys on the same page? Can we get going?
Blavin.
Matt? Sure.
Precisely.
Okay, great. And then Team Franchise Force.
We're ready.
Let's do it.
Then let's
To
get ready.
Schmoedown.
There we go, guys.
Come on. What you got for me?
All right,
What you
here
got for me?
we go. Question
What you got?
number 1. It comes in the realm of action adventure. In Con Air, what was the nickname given to the villain Cyrus Grissom
played by John Malkovich.
Malkovich, huh?
I have
been in, I
seen
think,
Con
everything.
Air.
Like literally everything.
Yeah.
I think he's in your home videos from Christmas 5.
Great start.
4. Not in that movie. 3. That's Rounders. 2. 1. Pen
Cyrus
down,
the
please,
Virus.
and Matt Knost.
The Virus.
Correct. Sabina.
I don't know.
Didn't have a Beast.
Cyrus the Virus.
Ethan.
The Virus.
Okay, so 2-1. The Cinemaniacs.
I like the quotes.
The evil geniuses. All right, next question.
All right. Next
Exactly.
question
Not to give
comes
a name.
in the category of horror /thriller. Who played the 2 lead detectives in the 1995 thriller Seven? 1995, I was banned from a circuit city. You know that?
Is that true?
No.
No. I wanted a good story. Don't just lie like Finstock. 5.
Or Trib.
4. 3. 2.
Brad
Freeman
Pitt
Brad
and
Pitt.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
Correct.
That's correct.
Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman.
That's correct.
Ethan.
Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman.
Matt Knost.
Brad Pitt,
Oh
Morgan
my
Freeman.
Okay,
goodness.
so
Good answers all around.
4-3. Next question here is
Well
in
done,
dramas. Dramas. Charlie Sheen, Willem Dafoe, and Forrest Whitaker start together in what 1986 war film? Start together. Not start. Thank you, Skoski. Give me an anchor man.
Yes, it is that movie.
Skalisku, man.
Skoski. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it?
And
Platoon.
Mr. Beast.
Ah,
Correct.
I blanked on it.
Matt?
I knew Oliver Stone.
Sabina.
I had it wrong. Apocalypse Now.
Oh, close. Okay, so 6-4.
Damn it.
4, 6, 4.
6-4. All right, next question.
Next
I haven't
question
seen
comes in the
it.
category of romance. Romance. In Roman Holiday, who plays American reporter Joe Bradley, tries to get a scoop on Princess Anne, but instead falls in love with her.
So Beast and Ethan have it.
Yeah.
No, she's trying to pull it.
He's trying to
5,
punch through it.
Wow, that's a quick count.
3,
Tension on.
2,
All
1.
right,
Pens
no
down,
clue.
please. Pens down.
Gregory
and
Peck.
Ethan.
Oh!
Didn't have it. Sabina.
Cary Grant.
Didn't have it, and Beast.
Gregory Peck.
Beast had it.
All right.
Okay, so 7-5.
I am not doing well.
There's still only a 2-point game
Yeah.
here. Ethan is on fire here, and we get
Come on,
to
last
the
half. Here we
next
go.
Question, which is this me?
That is you, sir.
Fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. In this 1986 adventure sci-fi film, 12-year-old David
Okay.
Friedman is abducted by aliens and then forced to fight a way to get back to his time. What is the movie?
I'll put it this way: if you've seen To Boldly Flee, you know this movie.
I have no idea.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pen
Flight of the
down.
Navigator.
Didn't have it. Sabina.
Nope, don't
Didn't
have
have
it.
it. Beast.
Flight of the Navigator.
Correct.
Flight of the Navigator.
All right.
I think he actually fought.
Is anyone
Cinemaniacs,
still
8-6.
perfect?
Beast
I
and
was
Beast
thinking,
have not
yeah.
missed, and there's a 2-point difference. Here we go.
All right, question 6 comes in the category of comedies. Comedies, these are the yuck yucks. In This Is the End, what boy band leads a heavenly dance party in the finale?
Good question.
You know, I was in a boy band.
That's definitely not
It
true.
was called Try Again.
5, 4, 3. You've been teeing that up for years. 2, 1. Pens down, please. And
Backstreet
we
Boys.
have Sabina.
Oh my God! I guessed the best.
Hey!
I've never seen it.
Knost did not have it. Knost did not have it. So
Okay,
9-8.
I just want Ethan Irwin and
Here we go.
Bibbiani to
Knost
win
missed. So
in
9-8,
everything in life.
9-8, and 1 point there. We
Bibbiani missed
that one, and we are close. We are
Oh, wait.
Oh,
close.
sorry, I don't know my boy bands. I apologize.
Next question is movie quotes. Movie quotes. Here we go, guys. Movie quotes. In which film will you hear Daniel Day-Lewis say the following? You stay alive no matter what occurs, I will find you. No matter how long, no matter how far, I will find you.
I think this is right.
Battle here, Ken. 1 point difference.
Should be right.
Jeez. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And William the
What?
Beast Bibbiani.
Michael Mann's The Last of the
Yes.
Mohicans.
Correct. Ethan.
Last Mohican.
Yes. Knost.
Last of the Mohicans.
And Sabina?
There will be
Oh,
blood.
didn't have it. Okay,
Ooh.
11-9.
All right. Final question, number 8, comes in the category of animated. Animated. This 2016 animated film about what happens when their owners leave starred the voice talents of Kevin Hart, Ellie Kemper, Jenny Slate, and Albert Brooks.
And 5, 4.
Not a good movie.
3,
Like it. No, not even.
2.
Secret
One.
Life of
Pens
Pets.
Secret
down.
Life of
Ethan?
Pets.
Secret Life of Pets.
That's correct. Ethan's perfect.
Secret Life of Pets.
Correct. Sabina?
Secret Life of Pets.
Beast.
Oh!
Perfect. So
Wow.
Ethan and Bibbiani both go perfect here, so they're both going to get the bonus
you?
question. And a
Yes!
chance to get another
Let's
point.
go for 9, baby.
Only Ethan and Bibbiani you will use your whiteboards here, but Knost and Sabina will not be answering this question. Here we go.
I can't answer this, but I will
there he
anyway.
is. Oh, he's here.
He's interrupted
What's
on the
happening?
back. Oh, good. Okay.
Nice to see you.
The champ was trying to keep me from being here.
Oh, okay.
What?
And, he flattened the tire,
Oh, he did.
so he's bugged.
Well, Ethan just scored. Ethan got a perfect round.
Oh, hi. How are you?
All
Good
right,
to see
so he's about to answer. Okay.
I thought we were friends. Well, you're going to use me as an excuse
All
like
right,
this?
Jay Washington's in and Jay Washington's out. All right, here we go. So Ethan and Bibbiani, here we
that's
go
funny.
right back to where we started at the free-for-all. Bonus question. Which film released in 1985 tied the record for most nominations without any wins with 11 total? Both going to take a shot here.
2 perfect rounds.
The champion and what some say should be the champion. Okay, Beast.
Color purple.
Color purple.
Ethan.
I don't have it.
I didn't
Bibbiani got
write it down in time.
All right. So Beast best big time in that one as they go 3 rounds up, 3 points up here as we get to round number 2. And round number 2 is going to work like this. The competitors will spin the wheel. The teams will spin the wheel. They're going to get 6 questions in a category that they land on.
That was a really
If
fast,
they land on a category they don't like,
very
they
fast
can spin again unless it
little
lands
too
on a
fast.
bonus choice. Then they have to take whatever the other team gives to them. 6
All I had was
questions, 2 points
the
apiece. You
color.
can go to multiple choice. Don't forget about multiple choice. And you have both teams have all of their
there's something
repeats.
called editing.
Both teams have both of their
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
challenges.
cheat.
And the wheel for today's match is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Emmanuel Ibanez, on patreon.com/Schmoedown. The sponsored wheel slices for today's match are Spielberg and directors. Thank you, Emmanuel. Very cool. Thank you to all of our patrons out there, too. You can go on over and check out exclusive matches that we had. I'd say the Jurassic Park match is one of the best matches we've ever had, so you can go on over there. And myself versus Ellis. All right, so as we get to round number 2 here, the Cinemaniacs are on top by 3 points here. Would you guys like to go first or second?
We'll go first.
Okay.
Go first.
Matt agrees on that? All right, there you go. All right.
All right. Bib's walking across with some determination.
Please don't spin by the pegs.
Please don't spin by the
wheel.
pegs.
Yep.
Turn. Tell us the lesson
Spin
we
is
should
in.
learn.
Spin is in, Christian.
He actually got a smile out of Knost and then confusion at the same time. Yeah.
Well,
So I can't tell. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's and you're gonna hit Disney films. Which
Please
is a
take
strength
it.
of Matt Knost.
Please take it.
Yeah.
Oh!
What?
going for the spin again. All right.
Then again, though, it's
So
not a
spin.
strength of Bibs.
Spin is in, spin is
I'll tell you
in.
what,
not
though,
a strength of
Bibbiani,
Bibs.
Since winning that championship,
He
really,
won his
the
first
second
match
half,
on a
he's
Disney
really
question.
come to play so far. He looks like the Bibbiani we all thought he was going to be.
Yeah, the one that we thought. Yeah.
Whatever.
It's all right. It happens to the best of us.
Oh.
Passed it, and
Spielberg.
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 Good director.
There we go. So Emmanuel Ibanez helps us out here too. Emmanuel gets us to Spielberg here. Thank you once again to Emmanuel for picking Spielberg. So that is it. We're going to have Matt Knost and Bibbiani going to go for Spielberg. Here we go, gentlemen. Spielberg. Okay, 6 questions, 2 points apiece. Again, multiple choice if you need it.
Okay.
First question.
Can't go wrong with Spielberg.
Jeremy Irvine starred as the young Albert Narracott from England, in which Steven Spielberg
War
film?
Horse.
War Horse.
2 points.
Correct for 2 points.
All right. Next. All right.
Okay.
Next question. Which actor plays Gigolo Joe?
Haven't seen it.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Oh, Jude Law.
Correct.
That's
2
correct,
points.
2 points.
All right. What was the name of the club?
Club Obi-Wan.
Club Obi-Wan.
Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
Okay, go ahead. Club Obi-Wan.
2 points.
Correct. 2 more.
All right. Here we go. What was Steven Spielberg's first theatrically released
The
film?
Sugarland Express.
Yeah, that one.
I mean, technically in Europe, but
5.
Yeah.
4.
that's what we do. The technically in
Three.
Sugarland Express.
2
Woo!
points.
2 points.
With Bibbiani having a great round here. All right. Who plays Roland Temple?
Oh,
in the
Pete
Lost World
Postlethwaite.
Jurassic Park,
Yes.
where his only goal was to hunt a male T-Rex.
Pete Postlethwaite.
2 points.
Jesus.
Wow. And
What a perfect round.
Finally, here,
12
finally,
out of
your
12.
Last question in Spielberg. Who plays Roy Neary's wife, Ronnie Neary, in Close Encounters?
I
of the
don't
Third
know, and I
Kind?
don't care. I don't care about this movie.
Huge zip.
5.
Former teammate.
4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Maude Adams, B, Mia Farrow, C, Terry Garr, D, Melinda Dillon?
Terry Garr.
Terry. Yeah.
Oh!
1 point.
That's 1 point.
Okay, what a round by the Cinemaniacs there. That was really impressive. I mean, they look great together. Unbelievable.
Jesus.
So now Ethan and
That's a big
Sabina are
leap.
going to go give a spin.
Do it, yes.
Wow. I mean, they need something big. They need something big here.
That was shown.
Don't spin my bag.
It's all right. It's okay. That's okay.
You're fine.
It's fine.
Spin is in. Spin is in.
Chase.
Don't spin by the peg.
You can do it.
It is
Fantasy
Fantasy
sci-fi.
sci-fi.
Fantasy sci-fi.
I mean, we'd be happy, but
I feel pretty good about it, but if you want to do it again,
I would.
Sci-fi. Ethan saying.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Ethan saying he wants
She's
to
gonna
stick
go
with it.
for it. Yeah, you know, Ethan said he's comfortable with it. Maybe that's what you do.
She's
Here we go.
trusting in her teammate here. So here we go.
All
Come
right,
on.
6 questions in this category. First one up. Who was the potions master at Hogwarts in the first
Severus
5
Snape.
Harry
Severus
Potter films?
Severus Snape.
2
That's
points.
correct. 2 points. Sabina's got that. In Return of the Jedi, what
Bothans.
species were the
Bothans.
spies that stole the plans to the
Jesus,
second
these
Death
are-
Star?
These are right up my alley.
guys,
Many buttons.
stop.
Oh, come on.
A. Rhodians.
No.
B. Humans.
No.
C.
Yes.
Bothans. D. Mon Calamari.
Bothans.
1
That's
point.
correct for point.
1 point.
Geek
Many
cred.
Many Bothans
Revoke.
died.
All right. In The Day the Earth Stood Still, what is the name of Klaatu's robot ally?
I know it looks like the Destroyer.
Multiple choice.
A. Gort. B. Klaatu.
God, I'm
C.
good.
Rada. D. Nikito.
Gort.
That is
1
correct
point.
for a point.
All right.
All right. Question 4. Who voices Hiccup in the film
Jay
How to
Baruchel.
Train Your Dragon?
Jay Baruchel.
That's correct for 2 points.
Okay. All right.
All right. Who played the villain Capricorn in the 2008 family
I haven't even
fantasy
heard of this
adventure
movie.
film Inkheart?
The multiple choice, I'll know it.
5.
Paul Bettany.
Right.
Incorrect for Steele.
If they steal this, that's a huge swing.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Who played the
Smart.
villain Capricorn in the 2008 family fantasy adventure film Inkheart?
The first by the Cinemaniacs.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Brendan Fraser.
Incorrect. Looking for Andy Serkis.
Oh.
Andy Serkis.
Likes to play villains.
There you go.
Yes.
Last
Yeah.
one.
Final question. In Ex Machina, what is the name
Oh,
of the company
shit.
that Donald Gleason works for?
I feel like these are significantly harder than the Spielberg questions. I'm just gonna put it out there.
This is a tough
Multiple
question.
A.
Blue Book.
Microtech. B.
Blue
Damn it.
Blue Book. C. BookBub. D. Tech Time.
Microtech.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
That's correct for Steele.
Ooh,
1 point
okay.
Steele.
So as far
9
as
point
the
lead.
first time,
Yeah,
there's
this is
probably
pretty much done.
anything in this category like fantasy sci-fi
Unless
that's
Bibb's
specific to
third
either
round
Spielberg
woes
or
will
Kevin
continue.
I was about to say.
So, again, a rookie comment, so I'm going to let it slide. All right,
But that
so
means
now
that
we are
Erwin and
9
Sabina have
points
to hit
here, 9 points as we
everything.
get to round
And
number.
thing is, they
round number
probably
3
will.
here. Round number 3. Okay, so it works like this. The competitors are going to pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Okay.
First one ranges 2. Second one ranges 3 points. Third
But
is
Bibbs and
5
Nose missing all
points, 1 to
theirs.
20. Now the Cinemaniacs have
Yeah.
used one of their JTE rules, and the Franchise Force has not used any of them yet. They both have 2 challenges left. All right, so the Cinemaniacs are up. Please choose between 1 and 20.
It's 10, 15, 16.
10, 15, 16. Okay, for the
For some reason, I
and
thought
for
that
the
was about to
Force.
be like zippity 10, zippity dude.
17.
9.
6, 17, and 9.
Zippity doo dah.
So the Franchise Force has to hit all 3, or they will lose via TKO here. And we're going to start out with number 6.
And they have to
Number
hit everything.
6, and that is from 2000s. 2000s.
Sabina has
Who's
to
gonna
take
the
this.
2000s?
Sabina, take it.
Erwin is better with 3-pointer, I think.
Who's
do
taking
it.
it? You're taking this?
Ethan's
All right,
gonna take
Ethan's
it.
taking it. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
That's spare
Ethan,
payoff.
who plays twins Paul and Eli Sunday in There Will Be Blood?
Yeah, Paul Dano.
For 2 points.
2
okay?
points.
All
You're
right,
just
so now we
after
go to the three-pointer here.
Slither out of your
The
mother's
three-pointer here. The three-pointer is number 17 that Sabina will have to
And it's a
answer
gallery.
in order to stay in the game here. Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock.
Well?
Sandra Bullock. All right, Sabina. Who is Sandra's heroic co-star in Speed 2?
Who the fuck?
Patrick Muldoon.
I can answer.
Yeah, you can't.
Patrick Muldoon.
5.
Repeat the question.
Here we go. And who was Sandra's heroic co-star in Speed 2?
Patrick Muldoon.
And your winner, TKO.
Winners by way of technical knockout,
I think Dibbs has only won by TKO this year in teams.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah, pretty much.
Good.
They did look good.
They look good together.
They did.
Knost and Bibbiani looking good together. Who thought that would happen? Ethan Erwin is out of the tournament, as is Sabina Graves.
Yeah.
And the Beast best the big time for right then and there. Yeah.
Look, I think that wheel round was the story right there. Fantasy, sci-fi. Sometimes it is simple as Return of the Jedi. Sometimes it's Inkheart, and you have to go deeper.
Well, I mean, that was something. Everyone was wondering, how would these two get along? Well, they showed us because they looked scary, and I'll tell you what. They trusted one another during that round because they collaborated. They weren't answering over one another, and it looked like, again, Knost trusted in Bibbiani. Bibbiani confided in Knost. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how well they worked together.
Victory is a motivator. The quest for gold.
So who's going to stop those two? I mean, because now you have the champion.
They're gonna go.
Now looking to get a shot.
But it's Riley and Ben. That'll be fun.
It will be fun.
Emma Fife as their manager.
Because if this is the kind of games they play in that match, they got it.
Contractually obligated to go with this team. I don't know. That's
Okay,
some of the
26
drama that
points.
Anarchy is created.
I think whose boss scored like 24, 23 after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Both the Cinemaniacs and the franchise force.
That'll be close as shit.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Brienne
All
here
right.
with Franchise Force. Ethan did have to step out
Ow.
because he's big time. He had a big time meeting.
Okay.
So on behalf of Ethan, Jay will definitely be fielding a lot of these questions. So glad to see you, both of you.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for finally being able to make it. It was a lot of troubles, but I had a lot of confidence in them, even though the will and
I'll admit, it's nice seeing Brienne and Jay in the same room and then them not being like,
Two of them as
why'd you
well.
leave
Round
the
one, how are
Viper
you
Squad?
feeling in round one?
Misfits?
Round 1 was crazy. I definitely saw a bunch of my
Yeah,
weak
right.
spots.
Viper
and
Squad is
films
what they
and
called them
war
after.
films.
Oh, that's right.
But it was just really fun and surreal to be on the table again with those guys.
To be on the table with those guys, Ethan did a great job in terms of being able to score all the points in round one, so that's always helpful.
A perfect round.
And then get that extra
Bonus
as
point.
well. He didn't actually get it, but he was offered it, so hey.
Here's the thing. Consider what you have in weakness.
Ethan, I
Like, see just a few
sympathize.
things you didn't know for the
Didn't have enough
moment,
time
and you'll figure out
to write the
next
damn
time.
question.
See, no reason to
Well,
put
yeah.
yourself down. No reason to be upset. And
Editing.
Anger gets nowhere. Gets nobody anything.
I'm not angry,
Good.
but it's so cool that I got to be I've done a few matches.
You're up there, and you deserve to be in that position.
Yeah, this is my 3rd time going against Bibbs, and it was crazy.
Well,
I wanna-
people have a lot of times against him, and you will hate it every time.
Jay and Sabina, I want to know about round 2. What were you thinking with fantasy sci-fi? At the end of the round, what were you thinking? Like, should I have spun again, or any thoughts on fantasy sci-fi in general?
I think we did a really good job at bouncing off each other for that round, and we both, as soon as we heard Inkheart, we both immediately thought of Brendan Fraser and Paul Bettany, and out of the two, I was like, oh, Brendan Fraser had to have been the good guy. Why is Paul Bettany popping in my head? So he was probably the bad guy, and totally did not know it was Andy Serkis.
I do have a slight issue with fantasy sci-fi. It's
Me
such
too.
a broad category that even includes Star Wars questions for some reason. There's a Star Wars league. There shouldn't be Star Wars questions, but that's
Or
another
Harry
thing for
Potter.
another day.
Or Harry Potter.
However, I do have one important announcement I would like to make if I'm allowed to.
Yes, I'd love to hear this right now.
I had the chance to speak with Ethan Erwin. We had a long, in-depth conversation. We got down to brass tactics, if you will. And we've come to the conclusion that for the remainder of this season, I will be the manager for big-time Ethan Erwin. And that is an amazing thing. my mental capacity, his amazing ability.
Congratulations,
to board,
Mr. Washington.
And we can keep bringing Sabina in. Things are just falling into place.
Would you be interested in teaming up with Ethan Erwin again after Anarchy is finished?
You know, like definitely with this match, I've seen sort of where I am like comfortable at.
Well, I hate to say it, but it would be an upgrade.
Geekdom and genre, and I'm pretty happy with my team with superhero news.
Okay.
I think Ethan, honestly, like working with him would be
And
amazing
okay, that's
someday.
that's fair. I wish
he's
he'd
gonna go after that belt and
possibly
he's gonna get
reconsider.
That belt. I believe in him.
Actually,
Hmm?
he will be champion. The fact that you have Bibbiani as champion is a fluke. We all know it. The rightful title holder should be
Yeah,
Ethan
because then
Erwin,
Roka's gonna
and
take
it
the
will
belt
be
from
sooner
Bibbs.
than later.
All right, then.
Is
and
that
we're
a
back
question?
with the first place finishers today, Cinemaniacs. Emma, how you feeling?
Yeah, you know, I said this was a pretty unlikely pairing, but again, I said it at the beginning. I've got two very, very strong competitors here, and I actually have to say I'm incredibly impressed with how well they played together as a team. I mean, particularly you look at round 2, and there was like some really good synergy going on there, and that wasn't necessarily what I thought was going to happen. I mean, I thought that they would do really well. Obviously, we have the current singles champion and the former team champion, so yeah.
I mean, I think they play better
former.
together than sometimes top 10 plays
Yeah.
together, but that's just me.
Oh, you got something to say over there, do you? Okay, well, why don't you just go ahead and keep that?
All right.
Great.
I mean, aside from the wardrobe and the entrance duality, the game was on point.
I mean, look, we made the plans. We confirmed the music and the costumes, and Emma and I came here ready to play, and others didn't. I'm not going to say.
There's no one else left to call
when
out.
it comes to playing the game, we may be a perfect team, but when it comes to everything else, we may be like a little late.
I love all the subtweets.
Where was that Matt Knost when we entered the stage? All right, fine.
Yeah, so the Cinemaniacs, I really think that this is a team that might go far in this Anarchy tournament.
Yes.
What if they go all the way and then they're against the Shire Wolves? What's going to happen?
Yeah, okay,
for
we'll
you?
cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll think
Oh,
about
boy.
that later, somewhere down the line. This was only round 1.
You're not going to get through the next round anyway, so who cares?
Because we might be able to up that percentage, you know? We'd like to keep certain people in the mix.
Oh, they're thinking about you, Emma.
Yeah.
Listen,
Wow.
Beak wet. That's all we're,
this
you know,
is-
get your
okay.
beak wet.
All right. Yeah. But I mean, you know what? Right out the gate, I would say that this is a team that's got a decent enough future ahead of them here in the Anarchy tournament.
Yes.
I love your enthusiasm. May I please? Thank you. I love your enthusiasm. I love your enthusiasm. I love my enthusiasm. Matt, but you know, you're here.
There's that enthusiasm.
That's better. Dance for me. Dance, damn you.
I don't remember having an agreement on my end saying, yes, I'm coming in costume. It was, you guys are like, hey, I'm so gung-ho. And I was like, I'd like to answer questions. And you're like, well, I'm going to show up in this. And I was like, well, and then it just kind of indirect there.
And then he went, but he didn't actually never say you weren't going to do it. Like, that's, we were here. We're here to play. We're here to have fun. We're here to put on a show. We're putting on a show for you people. Matt, a little late, buddy. A little late.
Look, it's all showmanship. It's all showmanship. I don't know what's going to happen with Cinemaniacs going forward, but we're here to kick everybody else's ass. And is there going to be friction for the two of us the entire fucking run of this? Yes. Yes, there will be.
Yes, there is. Do you mind? I made a big entrance, and you're.
Look, Ethan's bummed. You know, he didn't have a chance there to go farther. It's 2 straight losses now that he's got, and he's got to try to pick himself
From
up.
now on, that's how I'm gonna
But
like exit every awkward situation in life. Just
saying the same thing about Ethan. But the interview with the Cinemaniacs, they're still not on the same page necessarily in the interviews. But when you get
plus,
to
I have
an
the
actual
2
interview
co-hosts
together, I mean,
of
maybe they can write
my
it
2
down.
favorite
We'll see,
podcasts that I listen to every week.
Maybe they tear up.
Matt Knost
Yeah,
and
I
William
got a question for you,
Bibbiani,
though. You got a match
and they're
coming up
fighting,
between
and it's
your
glorious.
boy,
That's
Mike
incredibly
Kalinowski, who for some
yes.
reason you love him now all of a sudden, and this kid Chance Ellison.
Everyone says Chance Ellison is the next.
Chance!
What do I gotta know about Chance Ellison?
Here's the thing, anarchy has brought us together. Fate has brought us together.
Do not let me down.
Together.
I
And
swear
Do not let us down.
What I look for as a manager is I like going outside the box sometimes, finding new talent, new voices, and new minds. You guys are going to be surprised.
All right, well, you heard it straight from the evil one's mouth himself. So we are now going to
Chance
say
is
thank you to you guys. Make sure you keep checking out
former
Team Anarchy.
Movie Trivia
We
champ.
have so much going to happen. Who is going to be? How's your bracket doing?
Yeah,
So far? Did you
my
have the
bracket is still
Cinemaniacs?
intact.
Did you have
It's
the
doing good so
franchise
far.
Who did you have here? How is it doing? Who do you think is going to wind up playing the Shire Wolves at the Schmoedown Spectacular for those belts? Join Patreon today. You want that exclusive match between me and Ellis? Well, you got to join today. Do it. Go ahead. Sign on up. There's so much happening. For Ken Knapsack, I'm Christian Harloff. See you next time.
Well, that was a match that went pretty much how I expected. Though I did expect a little bit more out of Sabina and Erwin, to be fair.
But it was those fancy sci-fi questions. That's
They were tough. There were some tough ones in there.
There were some very tough ones there. Like, I'll be honest, nope. Inkheart, completely forgot Andy Serkis was even in that movie. So
I haven't even heard of that movie.
it's a YA adaptation. It's not bad, but it's not great.
No, so like everyone forgets about it, and then you definitely forget that Andy Serkis is in that.
Yep.
But yeah, Bibbs and Knost versus Ben and Riley. Two teams that don't like each other internally, but they also probably don't like each other
externally.
Only Riley and Knost are in a faction together. Other than that, yeah, that will be fun.
That is the true definition of anarchy.
Oh yeah, that's definitely it. And both teams have
especially
scored
when
really
you also
well.
have consider their managers Finn Stock and Emma Fife.
Oh, oh boy!
Hello, Spectacular 2 all over again.
Yes, all over again. Jesus. No, but both teams actually performed extremely well in their first match. I'm not sure on who's the boss score, but I said around the 24 mark after round 2. And today, Cinemaniacs scored 26. So after round 2, if you have 24-26, yeah, that's going to be a fucking good match. I cannot wait to see that. Now, I do have Ben winning because I'm biased, but yeah, that's going to be a close match between those two.
That's going to be a close match. And on the one hand, I actually will probably want Who's the Boss to win. But you can't deny the sheer raw power of Bibbs and Knost.
When I first met you,
yes, there we
go. I saw what old masters dreamed of. Raw, untamed power. Exactly. Yes. That's what both of these teams have, actually. And now that Riley is back to his usual form, Ben is never really changed in terms of his form. Bibbs, he's a champ for a reason. And Knost, it went kind of how I expected it with Knost. Knost is not the most knowledgeable around that table, but he knows enough to score some points in round 1, and he works really well then with his teammate in round 2. And apparently
he came in perfect clutch for at least 2 of those 2-pointers.
Yeah.
And and sure, there were a couple ones in round 1 that he missed, but he still knew them. It's just probably if he had used a JT rule, he probably would have gotten it then. But
probably,
then again,
yes.
He could also just very smart assy say, "Oh well, fuck that question wording."
He could, but don't blame it on the questions unless there is actually a wrong question. But
yeah.
Anyway, this Friday, Chance. For fuck's sakes, win that fucking match for us. Win it and face Roca and Merle and beat them. We need it. Chris, what do you have to say to Chance?
Chance. I want to make this perfectly clear, bud.
Oh, jeez. Up close and personal.
Don't fuck this up. You owe yourself that. You owe all the fans that. but most importantly, as one of the very few people to have beaten you, you owe me that. Don't waste it.
That is one of the people who hosted your fucking title match, which you won. Don't blow it. Do us proud, because what movie trivia, what we did there, what you did there, that was something. So do us proud. Anyway, guys, with that all said, this was the end of the video. We're going to do our plug. So, Chris, where can people find you online?
You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SkywalkerDoman. You guys can follow Dedicated Art on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at D2A Channel. You can also find me on Stardust at SkywalkerDoman. And again, Friday, another great Schmoedown reaction. And we have our live show that will include a review of the new movie Venom and A Star is Born, and just be a great topic of, just a great conversation, just basically about Marvel.
Let's marvel in that. Stupid puns. Anyway,
plug yourself before you wreck yourself.
With that stupid pun and everyone clicking the dislike button on that one, probably. I am Kees Cornelis, so you can find me at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, Kees Cornelis on Facebook, and look in the description for like where you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which you already plugged, but still it's in the description. And we'll see you on Friday for a hell of a reaction and a hell of a live show, hopefully. So take care.